Well, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I got the Wen variable speed rotary tool right here. We're going to unbox it and check it out. Sorry about the long pause. We were busy moving states and buying a house. Anyway, great house. We love it. And this came not too long ago, maybe a month or two ago, the Wen variable speed rotary tool. Now, I did not exactly want a corded one. I liked my cordless one, the Craftsman, except when you put a little bit of pressure on it, it just doesn't. It stops, and that made every single job with the rotary tool at least 5 times longer than it need be. So here we are. I got this. Had a lot of good reviews. Let's open it up and check it out. All right. Comes with a case. This thing is cheap on Amazon. I'll have the link in the description. And I am just shocked how cheap this is. All right, open this guy up. There we go. Clear top. We don't like those because they're very fragile. It's okay. Instruction booklet. Right there, you see nice description of it. Nice picture of it. Don't need it. Anyway, it's a rotary tool. What else do you need? Comes with some bits and pieces. There we go. Discs. More discs. Sanding drums. Tool to tighten it. Attachment for the sanding drums. These stone cutters. Things like that. Help grind things down. Drill bit. If you don't have a drill, it's always handy. Buffing bits. So pretty much everything to get you started. If you don't already have a kit with all this stuff, this is what you'll more than likely need. The tool right here, not too heavy. Let's see, minimum, maximum, right there. There to hang it, because this guy comes with one of these. Now this helps out when you're like me and you don't, you want a cordless one, but you don't like the weight all the time. So you put this somewhere and just use this part of it. There we go. That's awesome. There we go. Yeah, I like that. To use this, you just put that in there. There we go. Unscrew this. Come on, lock this down. There we go. Unscrew that. Put that in there. Lock it down. Okay. My only question is, I've never used one of these, so I will. There we go. Put it in there. Lock it down. Put that in there. And we are off to the races, as they say, which does not count for this. Anyway, there, and then you put your tool in there. All right, that is awesome. It's brushed. Of course, here are your brushes if you ever need to replace them. Great, 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 great. That's what a lot of cheaper tools have, because they come with crappy brushes. But if you need a Dremel like this, that is awesome. So let me get something to cut. Be right back. All right, the setup in my new hobby room is I got to plug this in above me. which I'm working on. Gotta get some outlets in my hobby room here. Now let's see how this works, how well it works. All right, I'll have it right here. I'll hang it later, but I'm going to use some of the parts that come with it, cut into this metal right here. I put up some lights at our new house. Didn't need this, so here we are. All right, get a disc. See, I'm not too sure about the best ones for Dremel, so if I'm doing this completely wrong, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments, huh? There. Does it even come with a little screw? There it is. Okay. There's a little screw. This multi-tool, you can use that end as a screwdriver if you have nothing else, which I will be using because I want to do this like someone that has no tools, who might buy this because they need it. And just to show you how nice it is, that this little kit comes with everything. All right. That sanding disc, yeah, it's just for sanding. All right. There's come with cutting discs. I think these are cutting discs. Okay. The ones that are all black, not the ones black and brown, are cutting discs, it looks like. Let's open this up. Come on, open it. Okay. Yep. These feel like cutting discs. Okay. It has a little screw in here. Come on. Big hands, not good for tiny objects there. And there, do we have a washer? Yes, we do. Put the little tiny little red washer on there. If we can get it out. There we go. Because we don't need that flying off on us, right? See, now the old Dremel that I have, not old one, but the red one that I'm not going to mention names, that I have a video about. I was like, oh, this is so nice. The battery powered one. Yeah, a lot of people complain that it cuts off. So I was thinking, oh, I'll just complain about it. I will, possibly. Oh, how do you do this? Let me open this. I would complain about it and get that company to do something about it. No, everyone complains about it. There is not anyone that hasn't complained about it. So, yeah. Anyway, here, I'm going to cut this metal. It's not very thick, but this will give a good idea. Oops, sorry. This will give a good idea of how it works. Power switch. Okay. That is coming out. Okay. I mean, it is working. Unlike the other one. There we go. It's just coming out that way. Anyway, yeah, I know I should look at the instructions. That would be nice. But that's not how I roll. We get people saying, look at the instructions. What are you doing? That's not how I roll. Let's make this slower. Half. I don't know, it's metal. This tiny little disc has a hard time, will have a hard time going through metal. Let's find something else. A pink stick. Here we go. All right, let's see how this does. Not too bad. Pretty good, actually, compared to the other cutting tool that I have. But that's the one variable speed rotary tool. So if you want to pick one up yourself, you don't have one. I know these tools are kind of expensive. So if you want one that's decent like this one, check it out. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz.